You are listening to the Fitz and Healthy podcast. I am your host, Dr. Lauren Fitzgerald, also known as Lauren Fitz. I'm a medical doctor, a fitness instructor, an entrepreneur, a health and fitness coach, but most importantly, I am a lover of life. And here on the Fitz and Healthy podcast, I intend to give you a ton of great information and knowledge that will serve as potential power so that you can live a life by design and make it more fits and healthy. And don't forget to listen to the disclaimer at the end. I'm not your doctor, yo. All right, enjoy the episode. Much love. Ciao. Hello and welcome to FITz Friday Q&A. What's up, y'all? Lauren Fitz here, joined by my co-host Cinthanie from Cinthanie.com. What's up, girl?
Hey, girl. Hey, on this Good Friday.
The last in June. It's crazy. Like July is tomorrow. Like, I can't believe it. And we have officially been podcasting for 2 months. I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, we just finished recording a couple episodes, and one, it's not an emergency podcast like we did last week, coconut oil, but it is a podcast that is not nutrition or exercise based. It's one that has to do with some drama online. So you guys that are consistently downloading our episodes every Monday, because those are the longer episodes with always a topic to talk about. We appreciate you guys. And there's a good one coming up on Monday. So make sure that you download that. We celebrated a milestone this week. Did we not?
We did. It's so exciting.
About the milestone?
Huh? Oh, you want me to tell them?
Yeah.
We surpassed 50,000 downloads.
It's crazy. It's
in the first 8 weeks that we've been live.
We have been doing this for 8 weeks, and we are already at 50,000. Actually, I think he said 53,000 now.
Yeah, we've surpassed it now, but we hit 50,000 this week, but we've surpassed it now.
Crazy. It's crazy. So I can already see a few people that are online. Hey, Caitlin, what's up? Hi, Blake, what's up? Thank you guys for watching. And
hey, Lori.
We love it when you guys are on live, because we get to have conversations with you guys. And I love seeing, I finally caught a live feed. Excellent. We are Friday, same time, except for we need to tell them about in 2 weeks from today. Holy crap.
Is it that soon?
Is it? It is.
Yeah, it is. Dang, that's so exciting.
Wow. So Cinthanie and I are going to NOLA, also known as New Orleans, or New Orleans, or
Nowlands.
There's multiple ways to say it.
Yeah.
But we will be in New Orleans for July 13th through 16th. And we have a special guest that we will be interviewing live together. And you guys, this is the first time that Cinthanie and I will actually be together, like physically, to record a podcast together. So so it's Friday the 14th, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Friday the 14th we decided 1:30 p.m. CST, right?
Correct. And do we tell them who is our special guest yet?
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Y'all are just going to have to tune in to know who it is. I'm not going to tell you. You guys are just going to have to be live to know who it is.
All I can say is that you don't want to miss it. And, you will be inspired. You might be, what's the proper way to say it? Yes. Oh my. There's some nice eye candy. I'll just say that.
Yeah. But it'll definitely be, it's going to be a good one. You guys, if there's any, I mean, we hope that you're always on our live feeds, but if there's any live feed that you can catch, it's going to be the one on July 14th. You're going to want to be there.
But just make sure, because every single live feed that we do for FITz Friday Q&A is always at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. But this one in particular is going to be at 1:30, and you'll understand why in 2 weeks. So we love it when you guys are here. This morning we did. So I posted. I don't know if you saw the sweaty selfie that I posted of myself on It's terrible, you guys. I sweat like a dude. Okay. and we recorded an episode where we talked about a particular kind of way of training called HIIT workouts. HIIT it's HIIT, stands for high intensity interval training. And I figured that I should probably do a HIIT workout on the morning that we're recording the episode. And you guys, I literally, I did the workout this morning, and literally 2.5 hours later, we're in the middle of recording the podcast about it. And I have like sweat dripping down my back, my mustache, and it's really not cute. I'm just glad that most people listen to the podcast via podcast instead of going to the YouTube channel and watching it, because the sweat mustache is not cute by any means.
Yeah. We have some people that are asking what time is that in their time zone. Y'all, I love you, but you got to Google that. We're not a world clock. You got to Google it. CST.
I mean,
it's 1:30 p.m. CST. I mean, you're PST, aren't you, Lauren?
Yep. So
11:30 PST.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Pacific Coast, I'm always 2 hours behind you guys that are in Texas, and apparently New Orleans is the same time as Texas.
Yeah.
Central Standard Time. And if you need help with that, I'm sorry, I can't help you out.
You gotta Google it. We're not a world clock.
So right now, looking, I don't think we have any questions so far. One thing that I did before we answer any questions, I wanted to make sure that you guys know, because we're getting ready to go to New Orleans, which is very humid, hot. And we have a photo shoot that we have to look forward to. And we're trying to, because Lori Sparkman, she is our photographer.
She's on here, by the way. So shout out to Lori.
It was cool because she had someone basically hire her by finding us. And it's so funny because y'all, we are just like you. Like, we're not, I mean, plus I don't get the whole celebrity thing, even with real celebrities, but like, we are just like you guys. So she told us that this person was like, oh my gosh, you know them? And like, they're really not that.
Yep, lucky her. She knows us.
Yeah, but it is cool just to see that what kind of reach this podcast has already done just in 2 months. And we love to support other people because I have so many friends that are entrepreneurs that are their own bosses. And Lori, she's one. She's been a photographer now, like I think 8 years. She's amazing. I think, isn't it LoriSparkman.com is her website, I believe, or maybe Lori.
I believe so.
Lori, if
Lori, will you comment if you're still on here? Will you comment what your website is? She says, "Whoop whoop!" Shout out. Yeah, she's awesome. She's done all of my fitness portraits. She's shooting my wedding. She did my engagements. She did all of your website photos. Like, she's awesome.
She's awesome. So we're doing. I wanted to give a quick. Can we chat about microdermabrasion, please? Felicia, I don't know any girl. Felicia Winston. I just have to tell you, I am doing good to wash my face every day. Not even, I mean, the only reason I wash my face every day is because I work out pretty much every day and I have to shower. And that's when I'm the world's worst at anything that comes with skin care and that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you something about microdermabrasion. It hurts.
Does it hurt?
Mm-hmm. It feels like a bunch of it almost feels like a sandblast to your face.
Okay. Do you do anything special for your skincare?
Nope.
I could have.
Well, that's a lie. I have a couple routine things that I do at night, but they're not microdermabrasion.
Right. No, I thought, because we're so much alike in so many ways, even though we're significantly different in age. But yeah. What is your motivation for watching your diet, Caitlin? That's a great question. So let's go ahead and get to that. I asked Google and said interesting question customer. That's all right. So what's my motivation for watching my diet? Well, motivation is that 85 to 90% of what your body composition is from your nutrition. And we did an episode about what exercise can and can't do. And so many people are so quick to jump to exercise to lose weight. But in reality, if you can't exercise, you can still lose a lot of weight by changing your diet and your nutrition. It is not it's not as simple as calories in versus calories out. And if you start to see food as information to your biology,
Yeah.
of this is this many calories and I just did a HIIT workout and I think I probably burned this many. You guys, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. If it worked, there would be a way lower incidence of obesity and the epidemic of diabetes if it were just like that.
True.
It's about food being information. And so if you eat 100 calories of broccoli versus 100 calories of Oreos, it's not the same. Your body
Yeah.
doesn't see it the same. So it is not just calories in versus calories out. And you have to, I mean, if you want to change your body and your body composition, you can't ignore the fact that the food you eat is where you have to start. And
Yeah.
you need to put 80 to 90% of your concentration into that. The gym or the workout exercise, because you can get exercise outside of the gym. In fact, a lot of people found me online because they didn't want to go to the gym. They found the Club Fitz Fitness YouTube channel, and that's cool too. But exercise, it's if you want to lose weight and keep it off, you have to learn how to make your nutrition a way of life instead of a diet. I hate the word diet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's because a diet is something that's, a start and a finish.
Yeah.
The way
I know that something for me, because I just knew that I was supposed to eat healthy because that's what you're supposed to do if you're going to take care of yourself, right? But I didn't really understand why. So the more I have furthered my knowledge of understanding what nutrition does to the body, what food does to the body, it's so much easier for me to stay on track with my eating habits because I know better now. And if you know better, you do better. So I think really furthering your research on how nutrition affects your body helps a lot too.
I totally agree. Now, Abby Buckerfield, she had a question. Do you follow a specific workout plan? And that's a great question, Abby. So one thing that, yes, I always do a specific workout plan, but I also change that workout plan out. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize, that your body, exercise is good. You need exercise. Our body was meant to move. And especially a lot of people have sedentary jobs that make them sit at a desk all day. In fact, Fridays are probably the most that I sit because I'm sitting on a bouncy ball, by the way, but still sitting. And usually you guys, I work from home. So I'm usually at a stand-up desk, and I literally my iWatch, which I don't have on right now, but it usually reminds me to get up and move around every about 50 minutes so that I can get up and I'll go do squats for literally like 30 seconds just to get blood moving, but I'm constantly moving. So you need exercise, but once you get a workout plan, you need to do it for a set amount of time. So that can be 2 months, that can be 3 months, and then you've got to change it up because your body gets used to that. And so if you're always doing the same workout every Monday, your body's going to get used to it and it's not going to change, because exercise is great to change your body composition the way that, because it builds muscle, and to get more muscle, less fat, exercise does that. But but to just losing weight, the first place that you got to start is nutrition. Sure. Currently right now, my workout plan, because the Shift Shop is coming, it launches in 13 days. It launches on July 13th. And those of you that are like, I don't know what that is, that's the newest Beachbody program that comes out. Chris Downing, if you didn't catch the interview with him or the Q&A, you got to make sure that you go listen to that or watch that. But that launches July 13th. And so in my particular challenge group, I'm always doing a program. And right now we're doing 21-day Fix Extreme. So it's 30 minutes a day. That it's a 21-day program. So for 21 days between now and when Shift Shop starts, my challenge group and I are all doing the 21-day Fix Extreme. It's popular programs from Beachbody, but it's a really great one. It's one that I thought was going to be easy, and it's not.
No, it's so not.
What workout plan are you doing right now, girl?
I'm actually doing Body Beast right now. So like I was telling you earlier today when we were recording, I just started incorporating weight training, resistance training a lot more into my workouts in the past month, and I love it.
Dude, that's one thing you ladies, don't be afraid of lifting muscle. I mean, lifting muscle. That's the best way to sculpt your body is by
Mhm.
adding resistance training, and you're not going to look like the bodybuilding females that we all think about. That those women take hormones and they take steroids, and that you naturally cannot get that way. And the whole reason that I brought up New Orleans and the
Oh
photography,
yeah, squirrel.
yeah, no, was because hydration, because a lot of you guys, and I'm not telling you this to rub it in, I promise, but where I live, Southern California, there's a reason why so many people want to live here. It's the weather, right?
Mm.
The weather is amazing. I mean, literally, like I, it's chilly here in the mornings, and the humidity is like next to nothing. It's crazy. I know. Don't hate me, but
As I'm sitting here in very hot, humid Texas.
well, and I mean, for the first 30 years of my life, I born and raised in Texas, and
Yeah.
South Texas in particular is painful. I was there for 12 years. So,
Mm.
and if you are someone like me that sweats like a dude, um, like important. Why does everyone always laugh when I say that? I do sweat like a dude. It's not attractive at all. And the sweaty selfie, I mean, you can literally see the sweat drop, because this morning, even though it's chilly here, like it's upper 60s, I that hit workout kicked my booty. But
Yeah.
but I just want to make sure whether you do one of the products from Beachbody or not, hydration is so freaking important. But so many of these electrolyte drinks are full of bad ingredients, guys. And
Yeah.
like one of my challengers asked if Gatorade was okay, and I'm like, oh my god, gonna like poke my eyeballs out, because you guys, there's so much sugar, so much crap that is in so many of these hydration drinks. And this hydrate is something that I'm drinking right now, but I wanted to bring that up because I'm about to go to New Orleans, and the humidity I know is going to kill me, and
Mm.
just the amount of hydration that I will need to catch up with because I sweat so much. It's not cute. Okay, so we have some more questions, right?
We do. So Kelly Smith, she said, I have 2 questions. What's the best store-bought bone broth? And can my 4-year-old have bone broth for his gut? He has allergies and needs gut repair.
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes and yes. So I honestly, I wish that I would have started drinking bone broth early in life, because there are so many benefits for all ages. And in fact, a book that I recommend. Now, I will tell you this book is for, like, it can get geeky sciencey, and there's going to be a lot of you that will pick it up and be like, what was she thinking recommending this? I science, like, but this book, it's called Deep Nutrition by a physician. Her name's Dr. Kate Shanahan. And she actually, one of the chapters, she talks about bone broth and all of the benefits that come along with it. I think I originally heard her in a podcast interview a year or so ago. And this book, so she's the physician for the LA Lakers and another NBA team that has essentially turned over their nutrition and made them realize, like, how they can go to the next level
Yeah.
of their performance by making changes in their diet. And bone broth is one of the things that they add. So yes, I would totally give my kids, my anyone that I love, bone broth for sure. And then the other question was what?
What's a good store-bought brand of bone broth?
That's a great question. So thrivemarket.com, which we'll put a link. So it's thrivemarket.com/Lauren Fitz, but Thrive is spelled on this link. It's THRV market.com. So it's not Thrive the way it's usually spelled.
Yeah.
/Lauren Fitz, and you can get 2 months free. Thrive Market is essentially like Costco combined with Whole Foods, where you basically, they make money from the membership. So it's an annual membership of, like, I don't know, $50 or $60.
Mm-hmm.
And you get all the discounts. So essentially, I save so much money. I buy my dog food. I buy my pretty much everything that's not fresh produce there. And
Yeah.
Kettle, all of their products are non-GMO. They're all like healthy, good food, but at much cheaper discount. And so Kettle Fire is the bone broth that I recommend the most if you're not going to make your own. But if you have the ability to make your own, I recommend that because it's way cheaper that way. Because if you're getting good quality, especially beef bone broth, you want to make sure that it is grass-fed, grass-finished beef bones.
Yeah.
Those aren't easy to come by. And a lot of broths have MSG in it, guys. You have to be aware of MSG and of artificial preservatives and whatnot. So not all broths are created equal. So again, you got to start looking at ingredients. If there's anything that you guys learn from us, it's not just looking at how many calories, how many total carbs, sugars, all that kind of stuff. But I want to know what the ingredients are so that because if you can't pronounce the ingredient, more than likely it's not supposed to be in your body.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
All right. So Brenda Ash has a question. She said, my mom was recently diagnosed with osteoporosis and the doctor is wanting her to take Prolia shot. What advice could you give her?
Okay. First things first, I am a doctor, but I'm not your mother's doctor. And that is a loaded question because there's so many things that go into a diagnosis like osteoporosis and prescribing a drug. I am of the mindset that I believe that so many things like osteoporosis can be reversed and made better. But again, I don't know how old your mom is. I don't know all of her other medical conditions. I would never give the advice, don't take the shot, because ultimately I'm not her doctor and I can't see everything that comes along in her labs and whatnot. But I do know that some of the best ways to reverse osteoporosis is by changing your nutrition and resistance training. And the episode that we did on HIIT training, HIIT training is you can incorporate high intensity interval training with resistance, with weight. And man, you can really, because exercise does more than just burn calories, right?
Yeah.
It interacts with your endocrine system, which is our hormone system. And you guys are going to get tired of hearing me say this because I want to drill it in your head because it's not physics, it's biology. And if you can start to look at everything as how is this going to affect my biology? How is it going to affect my insulin? How is it going to affect my growth hormone? How is it going to affect my cortisol? How is it going to affect my thyroid? All of these hormones are when we are feeding our body and giving our body the appropriate everything that it was designed to, our hormones, they get balanced. But if you're eating crap food and you're not moving and you're not getting the exercise that we were meant to have, then everything gets out of balance. And because osteoporosis is not a natural state, it's not just assume that all females are going to get there when you're older. No. Okay. What do we have next?
So Amanda Heffington wants to know, she said, any way to curb cravings when Aunt Flo is visiting? The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. And I'll tell you that I've gotten better, but I haven't figured it out 100% myself because it's truly like
the struggle is real.
It's consistent every single month, that 1 to 2 days before she comes. And it's like, I don't know why it surprises me every time because I'm pretty regular, but it's like, oh, I'm just crazy. And Shakeology has helped a lot.
Yes.
And also getting out processed foods and getting out refined carbohydrates and sugar and whatnot helps with that struggle. But to make it go away 100%, I've never met a female that's like, I don't get cravings. I mean, I don't know. That's a great question. And it would be interesting to see if anyone has their own remedy because, that's not drug related. Cause I'm taking drugs.
Yeah. We're not huge advocates of that.
No. Okay.
All right. So, go ahead.
I see my Hawaiian friend, our Hawaiian friend.
Miss Julie. Yeah. So she has a question. She says, my friend has recently been suffering from depression due to her declining health. She's been diagnosed with autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's. I reached out to her yesterday and she's going to a physical therapy for lower back pain. And I don't know what that says.
Taking sciatica.
Sciatica. Doctor, not doctor. She's taking krill oil tablets for inflammation and magnesium as muscle relaxant. I can't convince her to put down the spam musubi's, but maybe I could get her to start small. I love spam musubi, by the way.
Okay. So this is where I wish that I knew the right answer, because I can't tell you how many patients of mine that I had, because I did anesthesia in a pain clinic once a week for a long time. And I would have so many patients just like her. And I know the answer.
Yeah.
Even though I tell them the answer, that doesn't mean that they are going to go and put it to practice. It makes no sense to me if you have a person that is in pain, that has all of these symptoms, that are suffering. If there was a possibility that I might be right in the fact that you need to change what you're eating, and then you won't have to be on those medications.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen overnight. That's the thing. But if you had a crystal ball, this is what I always, ball thing, which, by the way, sorry. But if you had a way to look into the future and see that, okay, yes, I actually made all of these changes and I can get off of these medicines that I thought that I was going to have to be on the rest of my life. Because obviously, I mean, she's going to a physical therapist because she's got pain, right? Pain is a driving factor to make us do a ton of stuff. So if the potential answer was something that didn't involve going to a doctor and getting prescriptions and being essentially hooked on medicine the rest of your life, why would you not at least try it? Start just trying for 30 days and try to convince them to see by small goals, because it's not going to change overnight. And especially the longer that a person has been on any kind of depression medicine, pain medicine, whatnot, it takes longer to get them off. And it's not something that you automatically want to cut off. And obviously that needs to be done under the supervision of your medical doctor. But there's especially certain anxiety medicines that, like, if you just stop taking them, you can actually have withdrawal symptoms that literally people need to be hospitalized for, that can kill you. So you definitely, depending on what anxiety medicines you're on, you need to be very careful. But so much of our mental disorders that we face today are influenced heavily by the standard American diet. And I don't think people realize that. And I'm not underestimating how powerful a person's depression is, but if there's a possibility that they can get better control over it by changing what they eat, be worth a try, right? So I think just Julie talking to them and trying to get them to think short-term goals of, okay, maybe it might not work, but if it does, how awesome would that be? And let's just try making these changes. And the Whole30 is a great place to start, honestly, because their website is so great, because you don't have to buy their book to understand the Whole30 principles. And the Whole30 is just one of many great elimination diets, if you will, where they eliminate certain food groups that we know cause inflammation. And some people are more prone to being inflamed by different food groups than others. So for me, I love dairy, but I can't eat it because it makes me fart every time.
Real life.
I mean, real life. The struggle is real. Yeah. And I love the way ice cream tastes, but it all up. And but for other people, when they cut out dairy, they don't feel a difference. But there's a lot of people that don't realize how much just cutting out dairy can help. But that's all Whole30 does, is it and that would be where I would direct a lot of my patients. Just go to this website. There's a 4-page PDF that you can download for free. My brother, actually, he's on day 24 of doing Whole30, and he's doing great, and he feels great. And so, yeah, shout out to my brother. I'm proud of you.
Oh, cute. All right. So Kelly has a question. She said, speaking of sweating like a dude, I heard something on Dave Asprey about people with hormone issues, especially hypothyroid, sweat less. Do you know anything about that?
I don't. I've heard different. I've never seen good research.
Yeah.
Of course, that's said with a grain of thought, or a grain of salt.
A grain of thought.
Grain of thought. That needs to be on a shirt. I don't know. I definitely have heard different anecdotal remedies with people that sweat more versus others. I just know, like, I'm a really healthy person. I've always been very into fitness, and obviously, in the last few years, definitely more aware of nutrition and how it influences my body. And I mean, I've always sweated a lot, and I've heard anecdotally that's a good thing. As far as I know, the last time that I got my thyroid function checked, it was right where it was supposed to be. So I don't know, Kelly, and that could be a good place to start, looking and possibly a future podcast, maybe. But
ideas.
I love Dave Asprey. I haven't listened to that particular episode though, so I'll have to go listen to it.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
No, we got a lot of love. Raquel says, "Hey, girl. Hey, Raquel."
Hey. And Silvana, I don't drink milk anymore, but still have cheese every day. And my hot dark chocolate, I used to drink 2 to 3 gallons a week. Oh, geez. Woo! Well, I'm assuming that you don't drink that anymore since you said used to. I'm hoping not, because you might as well just like sign up for your future diabetic medications, right?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, for real. Guys, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that so a baby is given the enzyme called lactase, right? And it is to break down the sugar that's found in mother's milk of lactose. And I believe that the percent of people, by the time you're 3 years old, I believe that it's like 80% of people have lost that enzyme, which to me is nature's way of saying that, there's a purpose for mother's milk in the first few years of your life, obviously to fatten you up and give you all of the nutrients from mom that you're meant to have. But then that lactase enzyme goes away and you can no longer break down lactose. And so that's why, a lot of people keep consuming dairy products and they don't realize all of the little symptoms that they have that are showing them that, hey, your body really would do better without this. Like I know, my friend Amanda Heffington, she said she stays away from dairy because she always gets breakouts in her skin. One of my nephew, actually, he is in that stage of, hormones changing. He's a teenager, and I told him, I'm like, I bet you anything the skin would get better if you cut out dairy. He's like, huh, all right. So, dairy, I mean, I don't know. We need to do a podcast.
Yeah, we should.
I'm a power lifter, so I was doing to keep my weight 198, but got tired and always with stomach problems, then stopped. There you go.
Drinking 2 to 3 gallons of that a week probably will do that.
Yeah, I bet you were farting a lot. And also one thing that you forget, not just the lactose and the inability to break down that sugar from dairy products, but most of the dairy products that the average American is consuming is full of hormones because cows are given multiple hormones. They're given all sorts of stuff and that's going into your body and that's affecting. And again, it's that imbalance of biology that's going on. So, okay. Any other questions?
I don't see any right now. Nope.
All right. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't gone to subscribe to the Fitz and Healthy podcast, we kindly please do that. And please go download all the episodes because that actually helps us get the word out. Obviously we're in our first 2 months, which today is, officially the last day of June and we launched May 1st. So we're super grateful for having 53,000 downloads and 143 reviews already. It's crazy. We're so blessed. And most of those are from people that were already fans of ours before we started this Fitz and Healthy podcast. So we want the word to get out because at the end of the day, knowledge is this potential power. And, I'm in the business and Cynthanie's in the business of helping other people become their best selves. And that's not just with nutrition and exercise. It's overall becoming the best person that you are intended to be. And you can't do that alone. We were created to have community, to have relationships with other human beings, and surrounding yourself by other human beings that help you become the best you, that lift you up and help you want to gain the knowledge to be a better person. That's what we want. And that's the whole point of the Fitz and Healthy podcast. So, doing stuff like subscribing, like downloading all of the episodes, going and leaving a review, that just helps get the word out because there's, thousands and thousands of people that have no idea who we are and what our message is, but they need to hear it. And at the end of the day, the more that you hear something, the more that likely you are. Like, for instance, one of my friends who is now a coach on Team Fitz with me, she's been listening to me talk about sucralose and how bad it is for you for over a year now. And there were a few different products that she loved, but she got to the point where she stopped drinking them because she knew, like, she'd heard me talk about so many times how terrible sucralose is. Sucralose is Splenda, you guys. I used to be a Splendaholic. And the more you know, the more likely you are to make a better decision. And so it just might be, you need to hear it 30 times versus 3 times before it clicks in your head. But the point is, we want to give you the information so that you can be the best you. And this is one of the platforms that we do that. So,
and the more feedback that you guys give us, the better we know how to help you or what you need to hear or learn about. So the more you interact with us, the more that we can help you.
Absolutely. So we appreciate all of your kind words, comments, and reviews. And we hope that you have a really, really great July 4th weekend. Oh, and by the way, guys, don't do anything stupid on this weekend. Like, obviously,
True.
July 4th is usually, there's a lot of people that drink too much and eat too much. And just remember, man, don't abuse your body. It's the most valuable machine you'll ever own. And I'm not telling you to not drink, but just be kind.
Be mindful.
Mindful, exactly. And Cinthanie, you have a message for him, don't you?
I do. You are a good person and you deserve good things to happen to you.
Exactly. So you guys, happy Friday, and we hope that you have a day that is more Fitz and healthy. Ciao. Make sure that you find us on social media. You can find Cinthanie on Instagram and Facebook at Cinthanie. So that's CINTHANIE, and on Snapchat at Cinthanie P. And find me on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Club Fitz Fitness. Remember, that's FITZ Fitness. And on Snapchat, just at Club Fitz. I appreciate your time listening so much. If you enjoyed this episode of the Fitz and Healthy podcast, can you please go do me a favor and go subscribe at whatever platform that it is that you listen to podcasts. Leave a review. We read every single review, and we appreciate the time that you take to leave your thoughts and opinions. Now, also remember, while I am a medical doctor, the information I provide here is not intended to provide medical advice or a professional diagnosis, opinion, treatment, or services to you or to any other individual. I am providing general information for educational and informational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for medical or professional care. You should not use this information in place of a visit, call, consultation, or the advice of your physician or other healthcare provider. The information I share is not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose any disease or medical condition. If you believe you have a medical emergency, just call 911 immediately or your physician. Now, enough of that medical legal jargon. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I appreciate your time. Now, go live a Fitz and healthy life.